Hi, we're here with Mandy Mucci, and we're going to talk a little bit about doting on ourselves versus being a diva. Mandy, could you tell us a little bit about your channel and about how people can find you and what your channel's about?
Absolutely. So the easiest way to find my channel is going to www.mandie.tv, and my name is spelled M-A-N-D-I-E, so MANDIE.tv, and that's where all of my shows are. And every Tuesday is Life Tip Tuesday, so that's a personal development tip, some way to improve your life. And then on Thursdays, I rotate through 4 major topics that I'm really passionate about, which are nutrition, fitness, sustainability, and makeup and beauty, because I'm a makeup artist and model and fitness and nutrition coach. So
that's fantastic. Wow, that's awesome. All right, so today we're just going to talk a little bit about self-care and talking about doting on ourselves versus too much being a diva. What are some ideas that you might have with all of your different topics and channels about maybe a way that a woman can make herself a little bit more of a priority and start to dote on herself?
Well, one thing that I hear often that really drives me crazy, especially from moms, is that I can't afford to either spend time or money on proper nutrition or exercise. And to me, they're saying it because they don't want to be selfish. They want to give their time, their energy, and their money to their family and their children. But I really feel like they don't know it, but they're actually being the opposite when they're doing that, because they're wearing themselves out. They're not going to be healthy for their kids in the future. And if they were to spend 30 minutes a day working out and a little bit of time and money on their nutrition, they'd be able to keep up with their children and play with them better. They'll be around for them later in life when they're maybe grandma, instead of being stuck in a wheelchair or even passing away at an early age from a lifestyle-related disease. So that's one thing that's huge to me.
That's excellent, and it's so true, because if a woman doesn't make herself a priority and build up her cup's empty. And then she's a crabby mom, and then she spends the rest of the evening feeling guilty. She's depleted, can't be there for her husband. It's just kind of like, ugh, I need to just take a bath and be alone. She's probably ineffective at work. So by trying to save money, she's probably costing herself more money. And eventually, of course, what happens when we burn ourselves out? We get sick, right? And then we have to stay home, and then we can't work and make money. That's excellent. Do you have any other suggestions about maybe specifically what a good self-care way would be? Something that would make them feel better, that might be easy and something they can add to their routine every morning?
That's exactly it. You touched on it right there with something easy and that they can add a routine. A lot of times when people start any sort of project, whether it's trying to improve their fitness and nutrition or a business project, a hobby, they go full blast, full steam ahead, and then end up doing the same thing, burning out with that project. So I usually like to recommend that people look at what they're already doing and think of something small and sustainable that they can either add or subtract or make a light change to, and then as they keep going, self-assess and then build on it. So maybe
baby steps, right?
Exactly. So maybe it's quitting soda. Maybe it is going for a walk around the block after dinner, or getting up early and doing some planks, push-ups, and some squats. Like, it doesn't have to be, I'm gonna only eat fruits, vegetables, and lean meat, and I am going to run 6 miles a day, because that'll last.
That feels like punishment too. That doesn't feel like self-care. It's like, I have to do this, which is already what they're doing. They're whipping themselves all the time.
Right.
Do you have examples on your channel of some of these self-care, like the exercise and some of the diet things?
I absolutely do, both on my channel and in my blog, which you can find from the same website just by clicking on blog.
That's wonderful. That's a really great idea. Do you have any ideas about maybe how women can include other women in this so that they're not doing it alone? Like, where would a woman go for more support with this?
Absolutely. One idea would just be to find your own accountability partner and just have someone that you can text or talk to every day. Hey, like, how was your nutrition today? Or instead of going and eating or drinking wine, let's go for a walk together.
I love it.
Exercise is so much more fun if you're with friends.
It's not fun. I mean, it's not work. It's playtime. It's me time that maybe you're venting or processing or interpreting your life with a girlfriend, and you're like, oh my gosh, we just walked an hour and a half and we didn't even know it, and it was fun.
Absolutely, and that's also too, since so many people are so busy, it's multitasking, but the best, most healthy type of multitasking. Another thing is I do Facebook accountability groups. So if someone finds me on Facebook, which I am not hard at all to find, and you can also find that at my link as well, just message message me and I'll let you know when the next one's starting. And we all just kind of check in together, share recipes, share motivational quotes, anything that's going to really fire each other up.
And I have to say, her Facebook has me totally hooked. You have the best. Can you give me an example? I can't think. One of them, what was your AOL handle when it first came out? You asked these either or questions, like what if you had to hide your greatest success or share your greatest embarrassment? Like,
Right.
where do you get your ideas, by the way? I have to take a little sidebar because they're so good. What are you addicted to? Somebody put Mandy's post. I was like, yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, I have my Would You Rather Wednesdays, which is the either or, and I try to make it pretty challenging, and sometimes it's just goofy, sometimes it's more serious. Yesterday's I actually really liked was, would you rather have your same job for double the pay, same hours, or do half the hours for the same pay you make? So it was really interesting to see how people valued either their time or their money more, and it also spoke to how much they liked their job, because if they're like, oh, I love what I'm doing, I'll do it the same amount of time, but just give me more money, that speaks to, they're happy in their career.
Out of curiosity, what was the final result, would you say, average-wise?
It was probably about half and half.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
For as much as people complain, that was really, really interesting.
Right. Yeah, I was surprised that more people didn't say half the time, and it was interesting too, the different justifications they had for their choices.